So, I watched the very first Godzilla movie, the one that was made in 1954, and in Japanese. And, I had my doubts, like with the guy in the rubber suit thing, but I liked it. And yeah, I like this one too. While I don't think it's a masterpiece or an excellent film in any way, it's good. The story's good, the characters are great, but just as I predicted, the special effects, for the most part, weren't too good. And while I was watching the movie, I was really impressed with the human aspect of the story. And the beginning had a really great build-up of Godzilla's presence as he sinks boats and leaves huge footprints, and as the characters discuss, and come up with theories as to what Godzilla might be like. I was actually really intrigued by the human aspect of it. The characters were interesting, the discussions of what Godzilla may be and how to deal with them were very intellectual. And as a matter of fact, the human aspect was so good that I honestly was afraid of Godzilla showing up. The movie was great without seeing him, that I felt when he showed up he would ruin the film. Well, yeah, the beginning had great build-up, the characters were interesting and engaging, there was great intellectual moments, it was good enough without the main monster. And when he showed up, yeah, it did kind of drag the movie down a notch. I'm sorry, but I just don't like the effect for Godzilla, and the special effects, even for 1954, seem lacking. Well, actually, the miniature sets were great. And there was a lot of great destruction and explosion effects, and the green screen, or whatever the equivalent was in that day, was great. But the man in the suit, yeah, I really didn't like it. And it's not that it looks fake, it's just the way he moves is so lifeless. He seems lifeless and exactly what he is, a man in a suit. I mean, it not only looked like a guy in a rubber suit, but the guy in the rubber suit just just walked around, like this. So it not only looked like a guy in a rubber suit, it acted and behaved like a guy in a rubber suit. I mean, compare that to King Kong. I mean, yeah, he looked like a puppet, but he at least moved like a living animal. He had ape-like movements and just overall gave off the illusion that he was a living, breathing animal, even if he did look fake. Godzilla just doesn't have that same lifelike quality. Not to mention that he doesn't make very many vocal sounds either, which kinda adds to his lifelessness. And another thing I don't like is how silent the movie is. I love big booming scores, or at least something to make the scene have more of an impact. And the lack of score during the Godzilla sequences sure didn't help. So yeah, the special effects drag it down a notch. Although the last action sequence with Godzilla, it was pretty awesome. But the human aspect more than makes up for this. The human drama more than makes up for the special effects failings, and the ending underwater sequence was a great example of this. I also really like the score in that scene. And there's also the metaphor for nuclear war, which I really like and adds to the human drama. There's a lot of good things about this movie, and if they could have done better effects, maybe with stop motion, this could have been a great movie. If I could compare this one and the 1998 one, I'd say this one got the human aspect down perfectly, while the 1998 one did succeed more in making Godzilla seem lifelike. But then again, you could probably just blame that on the technology that was available at the time, but this one did have better techniques at its disposal, like stop motion. So, I don't know if I could say it's just a product of the times. Although I do prefer the metaphor for nuclear war than just, the big lumbering animal aspect from the 1998 one. But as it is, it's a good movie. Would I watch it again? Maybe. It's got good drama, great characters, but if I wanted to watch a movie with the main star, Godzilla, well, hopefully this new 2014 reboot will be the one that delivers the goods. If you agree or disagree with this video, be sure to discuss in the comments section, and if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also be sure to check out my blog at The Critical Canucks at blogspot.ca, and also be sure to follow us on Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, all that jazz. Links to all those are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll be seeing you next time. Peace out, everybody.